Hey Astro Kids, and welcome. This is your February romance horoscope, February 2020 for Aries, Sun, Moon, or Rising. So I'm going to give you four choices to pick from, and I will get right to your individual horoscopes. I'm going to leave some timestamps down below so you can go right to your specific reading for the group that you pick. Also, if you enjoy this, make sure to leave a thumbs up. If you are new, make sure to hit the subscribe button as well as the notification bell so that you don't miss out on any new content in the future. So I'm going to go ahead and show you these choices. So for the first group here, we have the Five of Clubs. For the second group, we have the Three of Clubs. For the third group, we have the Jack of Clubs. And for this last group here, we have the Three of Diamonds. So go ahead and choose which group you would like. And I'm going to go ahead and go right to this first group here. So if you picked the Five of Clubs, this is for you. So I'm going to go ahead and show you what these cards look like. So we start off with the Ten of Swords. We have the Four of Pentacles in reverse, Capricorn, Neptune in reverse, Saturn, Fire in reverse, Leo in reverse, the King of Pentacles, the Seven of Swords in reverse, and the Sun. So a lot came out for this particular group. There's a lot going on here as far as commitment, as far as expression, and really finding the confidence, the assertiveness going into this. So we're going to talk a little bit about this. A lot going on here. We're starting off with the Ten of Swords. And so it is a good time to reflect and look internally, if you are single, at what it is that you want in a relationship. If you are in a relationship, it is a great time to really have a conversation, a discussion, to really express yourself about what it is that you want. Some of you overthinking, too much going on in the head, a lot of this anxiety, overanalyzing, overthinking going on, too much, right? And so there is something big here about needing to release your thoughts, needing to find that space of clarity, silencing the mind. So for some of you, this is going into a meditative state. For some of you, this is actually having a conversation, expressing what it is that you want. But a lot of you have way too much on your mind right now, a lot that has to come out. And again, we move on to this Four of Pentacles in reverse, where it feels a lot like many of you are out of balance, not very grounded, again, very airy, very stuck in your head about things, over-analyzing. So again, for some of you, you need to find that balance. You need to find that release, that groundedness, and being able to clear your head, clear your thoughts, come into sync with who you are and what it is that you want in this relationship. Or if you are looking to be in a relationship, if you're single, then again, finding that balance, finding that grounding within yourself to figure out what it is that you want and not over-analyzing, overthinking your decision. And some of you could be dealing with a Capricorn. There's a lot here where, or maybe some of you have this Capricorn energy in your chart, where there's something here about needing to Figure out what your position is, what it's all going to look like, what it is that you want to achieve. What is the end result of being in this relationship or getting into this relationship? So there's a lot to think about here about what you're committing to and about what it's all going to look like in this relationship. Neptune is in reverse. So again, for some of you, you may be sort of stuck in your head. There can be a lot of fantasy, a lot of illusion, a lot of self-deception or self-sabotage, a lot of negative thinking, a lot of putting yourself down. This is where you can get caught up in the fantasy or the dream of what you want. But are you really expressing that? Are you really able to express to your partner what it is that you want? Or are you just going to keep this fantasy, this illusion in your head of what it should look like, or overthink, get stuck in this cycle of continuously thinking and not really putting any action behind it? There's something about Neptune that is very spiritual, very magical, very much about the dream, the intention, the inspiration, but there's something about Neptune that isn't concrete. And when we look at Neptune in reverse, it's almost as if you have the dream or the inspiration or the intention of what it is that you want, but you're not able to physically express it or physically implement it into this relationship. And so there's a lot here about needing to fully express what it is that you desire and needing to make whatever these dreams or these fantasies or these thoughts are become something that is real or something that you can discuss in real time. And with Saturn here, again, there's this big thing about commitment. There's this big thing about what is your position in this relationship look like? What do you want? What is the end result? What are you getting out of this relationship? What is the purpose of this relationship? Right? There's something big about Saturn that is karma and destiny and the role, the position that you play, the restrictions, the boundaries, and the commitment of what are you willing to build? What are you willing to create? What kind of work and effort are you willing to put into this relationship? So there's a lot here asking you about what your main goal for this relationship is. What does this look like for you? What is your position in this? What is your role that you're playing? How is this all going to be formulated? There's a lot to say here about this next card, as we do get Leo in reverse, and we also get the Sun at the end of this. So there's a lot here about this fire, where for many of you, I feel like a lot of this is needing to just express yourself, needing to just go for what you want, right? Make it known what your desires are. And for some of you who are single, this is a hesitance, right? This is a hesitance to jump into a brand new relationship, to get involved in something with this Neptune in reverse. Almost feeling like for some of you, you may have gone through some previous lies or deceptions or disappointments in your previous relationships. But there's a lot here about needing to fully express yourself, needing to fully make your desires known, to do what it is that you love and you're passionate about in this relationship. And so what is it that you love about your partner? What is it that you want, that you desire in this relationship? It's time to make those things known and to express it. And for those of you who are single, it's time for you to go for what you want. Right? So for those of you who are hesitant, who are reserved about getting into a brand new relationship, if this is what you want for yourself, then this is something that you would need to take some action and get involved in some way. And Leo in reverse, so big questions about, do you fully love yourself? Are you able to fully express yourself? Right, there's something about Leo that is living in that pure love and confidence and joy, fully expressing yourself without limitations, without restricting who you are from the equation. So there's a lot here about, again, with this fire energy, are you expressing yourself? Are you putting your desires out there? Are you showing this love, this pure expression of who you are? So some of you holding back from fully expressing what you love, what you desire, who you are, your confidence. So a lot here about needing to step into that more creative, expressive, joyful, positive, confident energy of Leo here, and really, really expressing what it is that you want. And this is whether you are in a relationship or single. You really want to express what it is that you want so that you can move forward and be happy in this connection, in this relationship that you are looking for. King of Pentacles is here. So for a lot of you, you want this abundance, you want this joy, this happiness. You want to have it all in the relationship. But again, it's almost as if with this fire and this Leo in reverse, some of you holding back, some of you very reserved, hesitant about jumping into something brand new. And this could be for some of you, again, who are dealing with a Capricorn or dealing with a Capricorn-like energy. This King of Pentacles, very Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo-like, of really wanting to have this security, wanting to hold this position, wanting to be filled with this abundance, with this joy, with this happiness, with having it all in places you desire. But it's almost as if some of you are afraid of having it all or feel like you don't deserve to have it all with this Leo in reverse. Again, some of you not fully loving yourself, not fully believing in who you are and what you should have, what you desire. There is this block as far as, again, feeling like you should have exactly what you want and that you can get exactly what you want. Right? Some of you feel like it's selfish to have what it is that you want in this relationship. But again, there's something big here where the universe is asking you to express yourself, to put yourself out there, to go for what you want. And this is what pulls in this abundance, this joy, this happiness, everything that you want to nurture and fulfill you. This is where this all comes in as you start to express yourself and put your needs and desires out there. And again, this is whether you are single or in a relationship. If you are single, there's something big here about needing to put yourself out there, not being so hesitant, not being so reserved, not holding yourself back so much from what it is that you want. Know that you deserve love. Know that you deserve what you desire in a relationship. There is nothing wrong with that. And if you are in a relationship, again, this is something where you need to express yourself more to your partner, or they will not know or understand what it is that you want out of this relationship. And with Saturn and Capricorn here, once again, there's something big about the goal, the plan, about what it is that you want, what you're getting out of this relationship that needs to be known, needs to be heard, needs to be expressed. And we have the Seven of Swords in reverse. So once again, something out of harmony, something out of sync. We talked about this a little bit earlier with this Four of Pentacles in reverse. That for many of you, you are not in the true harmony. You are not in the true desire, the true passion of what you want in a relationship. And so this is about not being afraid to accept that joy, that harmony, that peace of what it is that you want, what you desire out of the relationship. Again, some of you very hesitant, some of you holding back from this expression, this joy, this harmony. Many of you feeling like you don't deserve this. But again, the universe is making it known to you that you do deserve this, that you fully deserve the love and the relationship and the desires that you are seeking. And again, couldn't be more clear as we're ending this with the Sun card, the Sun of this pure expression of self, of this joy, this happiness, this excitement, this drama, this passion, this full expression of who you are and what you want without limitation. And so are you willing to accept this joy, this happiness? Are you willing to fully be yourself and express your desires and express yourself without holding back? Because again, some of you not fully loving yourself, some of you not fully expressing yourself, some of you holding back. There is something here about not fully taking care of yourself or not fully fulfilling yourself by holding back or blocking yourself from what it is that you want and from what it is that you truly deserve in a relationship. And with the Sun card, there is something here where you have the opportunity to have the most beautiful and happy partnership possible with everything that you want. And so why are you holding yourself back is the main question here. And again, this applies for those of you who are single or in a relationship, that you need to fully express yourself and your desires. Because this can be very positive, very fun, very exciting. This can be everything that you want here with this Sun card. This is very strong, powerful energy coming through here with this Sun card here at the end. So that was for the first group. I'm going to go ahead and move on to the second group. So if you pick the Three of Clubs and you are Aries, Sun, Moon, or Rising, this is for you. I'm going to go ahead and show you the cards. So we start off here with the Five of Wands in reverse. We have the Five of Swords in reverse. We have Aquarius in reverse. We have the Queen of Cups in reverse. And we have the Three of Pentacles upright, followed by Sagittarius. And so a lot here with the number 5, a lot here with the number 3, a lot here about the journey, about the expression, about the opportunity and being open to trying something new, to taking on something new, being open to this overall experience. So we're going to talk about this. So a lot here, again, with the Five of Wands about the journey. But with this in reverse, are you not open to fully going on this journey? To fully being open to where this relationship can take you? Some of you holding back a little bit, right? And for some of you, you could be dealing with an Aquarius or a Sagittarius. I'm getting this very fun, wild energy. This could also be you if you have some Sagittarius or Aquarius in your chart. But this is showing that you could really have a fun time. That you could really go on a crazy, wild adventure with your partner. However that may look for you. But again, some of you holding back from this journey, some of you holding back from this experience. It's interesting that we see 2 5 cards in reverse back to back. There's something big about the number 5 that is expression, that is change, that is this journey, right? And so are you up for the change, for the excitement, for the journey that this relationship could take you on? And for some of you, you are changing from one previous relationship to a new one, right? Some of you needing to leave behind old relationships and enter a brand new one. And so this is a journey for some of you that you are rejecting as far as that goes as well. But there's a lot here about being open, being accepting to the journey and where it could take you. And with the 5 of Swords here, once again, there is something big about the experience. With the 5 of Swords, there's always something big about taking on this new experience, about learning something brand new. And it is about receiving guidance, receiving help to ultimately make this choice, this decision to take on this new experience. So for some of you, you are being coached or mentored or being given guidance about stepping into this new relationship, this new experience, or embarking on this brand new journey, this change within your relationships. And some of you resisting this change, some of you resisting this advice to take on something new. Some of you resisting this guidance, right? And some of you aren't even being given guidance from others. You're being given guidance from your spirit guides, right? Your spirit guides trying to tell you, okay, now it is time for change. Now it's time to venture out, try something new, experience something new, learn something new. And for some of you, you are afraid to get in a relationship for sake of being hurt. But you are not realizing that whether you get into a new relationship and it succeeds or not, it is an experience. It is a lesson. There's something very karmic here where many of you need to experience this lesson to teach you something that will help you excel as far as relationships go in the future. So this experience is very valuable to you. You can learn a lot from this. And again, with Aquarius in reverse, something very big, once again, about change, about trying out something new, about taking on a new adventure here. But again, this is in reverse, so some of you not open enough, not willing enough to try something new, to learn something new from this new relationship, from this new experience, from this change. But this is calling big time for change within your relationship, or if you are getting involved in a new relationship. This is asking you to be experimental and open to what is possible. And with the Queen of Cups here, and reverse again, some of you not going with the flow enough, not flexible enough to go on this new adventure, go on this new journey of what is possible. And with the Queen of Cups here, it's interesting because this is showing that this is very valuable, very nurturing, right? This can bring you a lot of what you need. And again, big thing here about learning, about developing yourself and developing what relationships look like. So again, even if this is a short-term relationship, which it will be for many of you, this is indicating that this relationship can teach you a lot about being in a relationship and loving yourself fully and loving your partner and what that all looks like in order to better improve future relationships. So this is an experience that can help you. This is an experience that can nurture you. And with the Three of Pentacles here again, something big here about experience. We talk about three, we always talk about expression, experience, opportunity. Right, a lot of this Jupiterian energy, and there's something big about this Three of Pentacles that is always graduating or learning a new piece of information. This is a very scholarly card. And there is something big, once again, about this relationship where you can learn a lot from this, where this can develop you and give you the tools to further make future relationships or your relationship in the future even better. And so there's something big here about being open to learning and going down this new journey, implementing these new changes, going through this new experience that can teach you a lot, that can show you a lot. And we end here with Sagittarius, which once again is all about this journey. It's all about the experience, about what you can learn, about the truth that you can find, about the higher wisdom and understanding that you can gain from being in this relationship, from starting this new relationship if you are single or if you are changing relationships. A lot here about this experience, this journey that can teach you and expand your understanding of what it is to be in the ideal relationship for you that suits your needs and nurtures and fulfills you properly. And so again, thinking long term, this can make your future relationship even better. So a lot that you can learn from this. And we even started here with the Three of, for this group, it was the Three of Clubs, just to show you. And the three is, once again, that opportunity, that experience, very Jupiterian. So it's interesting that we get Sagittarius here, which is also very Jupiterian about what you can learn, what you can experience. So there's a lot here for this second group that you can experience and learn from this relationship. So that was for the second group. We're going to take a look at this third group here. So if you pick the Jack of Clubs, this is for you. I'm going to go ahead and show you the cards. So we start off here with Justice in reverse. We have the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. We have Earth, the King of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, and Mars. And so there's a lot here about trying to get to an outcome, trying to get into a relationship. Some of you, if you are getting married or getting into a new relationship or searching for a partner, there's a lot here. I'm getting a lot about seeking an outcome, seeking a level of security, looking at the position or role that you're filling. And there's a lot of passion here. There's a lot about you standing in what you love and building the foundation of the position, the role that you were trying to build here in this relationship. So let's talk about this. So with Justice here in reverse, some of you looking for a conclusion and outcome and feeling like you are not getting it at the moment, feeling like you're being put on pause as far as the conclusion or outcome that you want. Some of you are planning for this outcome. Some of you are planning for this conclusion. And so again, I'm getting a lot about marriage for some of you out there. For others of you, I'm getting moving into a new relationship. For some of you, you are planning to move in. You're planning to make this relationship more serious. taking this to the next level. But there's a lot here about steps to get to a conclusion, to get to an outcome that you are looking for in this relationship. So a lot of you thinking ahead, planning, looking at where this can go, looking at where you want it to go. There's a lot of that happening here. And big thing about working towards what it is that you want with the 8 of Pentacles here. And so when we deal with 8, there's always something big about a transition, right? And with that door ajar, there is something about leaving something in the past, moving into something new, working for something better, right? Some of you putting the work, the effort, the time in to get to this better outcome, this better conclusion, leaving something old in the past. And so again, getting a lot here about planning. Some of you planning to get married, some of you planning to propose, some of you planning to move in together, some of you planning to get more serious in relationship. There's a lot here about planning out your next steps to move forward, leaving something old behind, working towards something better. And so if that is you, trust in where you are going. Yes, this is going to take some time. Yes, this is something that takes some steps to get to this outcome. Again, with that Justice card in reverse. Feels like now is not necessarily the right time, or you're being put on hold. But there is a lot here about you stepping into something new that is better for you. And so this is a great place to continue working, continuing to put in the steps, the effort, the time into what it is that you want. And again, with Earth here, what are you planning? What are you trying to build? What is the security or stability or structure that you are trying to build within your relationships? For those of you who are single, you are looking for commitment. You are looking for someone who is loyal in a relationship. But for many of you, I am once again getting this transition into the next step in your relationship, this transition into something better, something newer, these steps that you're taking to move ahead in the relationship. There's a lot here about commitment. There's a lot here about practically taking the steps to ensure this security, this conclusion that you are looking for. Many of you very confident about where this is taking you. Many of you very much in love, in what you are passionate about, what brings you joy in this relationship. Very much getting this confident, assertive vibe. Many of you ready, again, to take this to the next level or to see where this can go. Some of you looking into the future and some of you planning for the future. But there's a lot here about this confidence, about taking it to the next level, about knowing that this is love, that this is right for you. So a lot of that coming through here. Now with the Page of Pentacles here, some of you may be in a relationship with an earth sign who isn't ready to take this to the next step, right? So that may be where this Justice card is saying, okay, you're not quite ready for the conclusion that you're looking for. There may be that your partner is not ready for the steps that you are taking. Now, also looking at this, some of you don't have the resources or you don't have everything that you need necessarily to take this to the next step. So this is asking you to look at building up the resources, building up what it is that you need to fully fulfill you, making sure that you have everything that you need in place to be secure, to sustain yourself before trying to leap into something that is in the future. And so there's a lot here about building this ultimate stability, this ultimate security about what you need to flourish in your life before trying to jump into something that isn't necessarily on the table for you yet. And that being said here, with your ruler Mars, many of you very passionate, many of you very determined about taking this thing to the next level, ready to jump in, take the action, and move up to this next level in the relationship. For those of you who are single, again, going back to the King of Wands, very similar energy, getting this confidence, this assertiveness to take action, to get involved within a relationship. And there's a lot here about planning, right? Mars is always looking for a purpose. It's always looking for something to take action, and there's always a strategy, right? Mars is the warrior, so there's something here about planning. There's something here about taking action. There's something here about wanting to initiate and move further into this relationship. So a lot of passion, a lot of ambition, a lot of determination, a lot of confidence and assertiveness coming through here. And for some of you, this may be your partner. You may be with someone who is very assertive, very confident, wants to take this thing to the next level. So that was for the third group. We're going to go ahead and take a look at this last group, the fourth group. So if you pick the 3 of diamonds and you are an Aries, sun, moon, or rising, this is for you. So I'm going to go ahead and show you the cards. So starting off, we have the Judgment card. We have the 7 of Cups in reverse. Scorpio, the 9 of Wands, the Chariot in reverse, and Uranus in reverse. So, immediately a lot here about letting go of the old and coming up with a conclusion, coming up with where you are headed in this relationship, making a choice, a decision. Some of you going through major changes, some of you elevating your lives, doing what better serves you as far as relationships go. A lot of you looking for more deeper, more intense, passionate connections, things that are more resonant on your level. So for some of you, you are actually single and you were looking for a new relationship. And for some of you, there's a lot here about looking for a deeper connection or making a soulmate connection. So there's a lot going on here as far as a deeper connection, as far as what best serves you, and as far as the choices you're making and leaving old things behind. So we're going to talk a little bit about this. So starting off with Judgment. Immediately, there is a major decision, a major choice that you need to make about your relationship or about the relationship that you want. And for many of you, you know what this decision is. You know what is right for you. You know what serves you, and it's about stepping up and committing to this. committing to what fully serves you, making this ultimate decision that you know that you need to make. And so for some of you who are currently in relationships, there is an ultimate judgment call that you need to make about whether this relationship fully serves you or not. For those of you who are single, there is an ultimate decision that you need to make about what it is that you want in a relationship. So the universe is asking you what it is that you want before giving you anything. So there is a decision that you need to make here. And for some of you, making very divine connections, right? A lot of soul connection that can occur here for many of you. Now with the Seven of Cups in reverse, once again, there's a choice that needs to be made. And with this in reverse, a lot of you are stuck at a crossroads. A lot of you are indecisive, not making the ultimate decision of where you want, what you want in a relationship and where you are going in the relationship. So there is a lot of decision making that needs to be made. Again, with this Judgment card, there's something here where you have to make a choice within yourself before doing anything outside of yourself. And so what is the ultimate choice of what you want, of what you're looking for, of what you want to connect to? Once again, with Scorpio here, many of you need to go deep within yourselves to find the truth of what it is that you want and what it is that you're looking for. And there's something very intimate about Scorpio. And so if you were looking for this deep, intimate connection in a relationship, you must first find it within yourself. And so there's something about this Scorpio energy where many of you have to go deep within yourselves and face what it is that you want and what it is that your ultimate decision is before jumping into anything. But there is something big here about this Scorpio energy that is showing a deep soul connection that is possible for many of you out there. And so, make sure that you know exactly what it is that you want out of the relationship that you are in or out of the relationship that you are going to be involved in before entering or before going further. We have the Nine of Wands here. So some of you are letting go of an old relationship. Some of you need to let go of an old relationship. So some of you hanging on, holding on too long. This Nine of Wands is signifying a need for release, needing to let go of an old story, an old chapter. There's something big about the 9 in numerology that is always the end. And so you're leaving something old behind, or you need to leave something old behind in order to move forward. And for a lot of you, again with the Scorpio, and it's interesting that Scorpio is 8 and it came before this 9 card, that you need to go deep within yourself and make that solid decision. Figure out what it is that you want, what it is that fulfills you. Become intimate with yourself on a deep level to fully understand what it is that you are looking in a relationship, so that you know what it is that you need to leave behind before jumping into something new. Again, if you are already in a relationship, this is where this relationship could end. Or this is where some old past behaviors need to be left behind. Some major decisions, some major discussions need to be had. But again, there's a lot here about these deeper soul connections with the 9. The 9 is always a gateway to start something new, because you are releasing, you are leaving behind something old here. And so what is the gateway that you are walking through? Does it serve you? Does it not? And again, this goes back to this Judgment card about making the ultimate decision, about living in your truth, and about what fully serves you. There's a judgment call within yourself that you need to make. So a lot of you need to go deep within yourself and figure things out before jumping in to anything new or going any further in the relationships that you are in. We have the Chariot card in reverse. So the Chariot, very much a Cancer-like energy. Again, we're talking about going deep within and making choices. Cancer, also a water sign, about your emotional desires, about what you need, what fulfills you. And so again, with this Scorpio energy, a lot of you need to go deep within and figure out what it is that you want out of a relationship, what it is that fulfills you, and what it is that you are willing to connect to in a relationship. With this Chariot card in reverse, many of you need to figure out what direction you are moving in, where your feelings are going to take you. There's a lot about Cancer that is intuitive, that is initiating and driving ahead with emotion, with feeling, with intuition. And so you need to go deep within you and figure out what your intuition is telling you about what it is that you need, what it is that you want in a relationship. So what is the choice, where you're headed in this relationship? And Uranus in reverse. Again, we talked earlier about going through this ultimate change, this ultimate transformation, leaving behind the old, moving ahead into something that better serves you. So with Uranus in reverse, many of you resisting this change, many of you resisting moving ahead with this change, with this transformation that needs to take place. Again, Scorpio, you need to go deep within and really figure out what it is that you want, what it is that really fulfills you, and what it is that you are looking for in a relationship. And with this Uranus card, if you are more willing to go through this change, to go through this inner transformation, then this will ultimately, when we turn this right side up, will elevate you, will take you to the next level. So a lot here about soul level connection, a lot here about better, higher frequency relationships, about this connection that better serves you. So a lot of decision making, a lot to look at within yourself if you're in this last group. Again, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a thumbs up. If you are new to this channel, make sure to hit the subscribe button as well as the notification bell so that you don't miss out on any new content. Thanks so much to everyone who watched. If you have anything at all that you'd like to express, feel free to leave it in the comments. Feel free to share this with a friend if you know an Aries, if you are with an Aries, if you have an Aries in your life. Feel free to share this out. If you feel as though this is valuable, that this could help someone else out in their life, again, feel free to share this out. And thanks so much to everyone for watching. I hope you all have a great day, and I will see you all in the next video.